So, tell us about your hair there.
What do you want to know about my hair?
Who styles your hair?
Me, I do anything with my hair. I stopped going to the barber, I believe a year and some change ago. Kind of looks like it right now because I'm wolfing. But no, I cut my own hair. I dye my own hair. Anything that has to do with my hair, I'm trying to figure out new ways to do it.
My barber is actually my boyfriend. He cuts hair. I sit there and I tell him, like sometimes I'll say, like, cut what you feel like needs to be cut off, or I'll tell him exactly how I'm feeling, and then he'll do what I want, and then, I'll work the rest. I never felt comfortable in salons. It just felt like people were always extremely comfortable there, and I wasn't, so I felt like I was doing something wrong.
I mean, yeah, they're all, super nice there. I guess, I never really mentioned my identity to them, which is sort of important with my hair, because I'm non-binary and I like to have my hair more neutral, and sometimes I don't always mention it to them. I'll be like, oh, just cut it a little bit shorter or something. I won't say specifically how I want it according to my identity, which is something I've been trying to think about a little bit more. And I came out in 2015 as non-binary, so I decided to cut my hair. It would help me come out a little bit better, and I guess it gave me a reason to actually be like, oh hey, I'm out. Also, I cut my hair, and I wasn't super comfortable with my femininity either at the time, and short hair is considered more masculine, I guess. So that was a big part of it too.
When I cut my hair, people automatically went to the whole, okay, well, she's gay thing. So I think that people always associate women with having long hair, or any person who is feminine with having longer hair. And then once you don't have that longer hair, they automatically go to you being more masculine. And because of that, that issue inside of society, I think that's why a lot of women don't feel beautiful when they cut their short hair, or even when they don't cut it, or when they just naturally cannot grow their hair longer than other people. Because in society, people are looking at you like, okay, because you're a woman, you need to have this longer hair, or because you're feminine, you need to have this longer hair.
I think my hair is kind of the opposite of what I am. I'm usually reserved, kind of quiet to myself. My afro, and even maybe the addition of the beard is kind of just the exact opposite. It's kind of drawing attention to me, or drawing attention to what I am.
We're going to talk about hair products and how much that plays into maintaining your hair.
We'll also talk about maintaining your beard as well.
What beard? You mean Jolly Green Giant's pubes on my face? What beard? I don't really have a beard. I just comb it every now and again, or not. A little. I get that joint.
I'm very versatile, and I like to dye my hair, or keep it short, but short in a different way. So it's still simple, but it has a little pizzazz to it.
I don't know, should I wear my locks out? And my dad, he's always been iffy on natural hair. It's kind of been his little thing. So, and he's kind of given me a lot of hair about it, and it's been oh, okay.
My grandma hated it. She said, she was like, you're a girl. She was like, you're a girl. I don't like that. I was like, well, Grandma, I appreciate your criticism, but it's my hair, and I'm not doing it any other way.
I wasn't allowed to even choose what my hair was doing until I got into middle school. I think after, I used to have long hair when I was 1. I was a real baby, but my mom said it would take 4 people to hold me down to braid my hair. So she said, I'm not having that. So as soon as my first birthday came, she was like, I'm taking you to the barber.
And he was like, I don't know, I don't know what you could just get a wig, maybe borrow a wig from your stepmom or something, this, that, the third, whatever. And then I just took the wig off in front of him, and he was just like, is that your hair?
My dad, when he saw it, he was like, so like you're not dating that little boy anymore? I said, I'm still dating that little boy. And he was like, oh, well, you just cut your hair, so your hair is short, you gay? Like, I was like, what, yo?
Because they just didn't really say anything. The most that they would say is like, oh, you got your dad's hairline, and it's like, well, I mean, my dad is like 50-something years old, so, and that's when his hairline started to recede. His shit didn't recede when he was like 19 fucking, or 20, so I'm like, where is this shit coming from?
So I have thought about dreading my hair for a while. My mom got dreads when I was really young, and she got it, you know, and she started from scratch. You know, she cut her hair and I saw it grow and everything. And so I tried doing some of that, and I definitely tried in middle school, but it didn't really play out well for me because, you know, it can be a little insecure when you're younger. And so, you know, people, you know, would make fun of me or whatever. So then I was kind of like, no, I won't do it anymore.
I'd had a mohawk for a while, and then I was getting bullied, being called gay and shit like that for an afro. So I was like, I mean, that doesn't make sense, but okay, I'll cut it off so you guys can stop being dickheads.
Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I use it to my advantage. Like, I was on a train one time, and this guy, he sat next to me, and I'm reading my book. I'm minding my business, and he's looking at me. I could feel it, but I'm just gonna keep reading and ignore him. And he was like, excuse me, miss. And I was like, okay, can I help you? And he was like, you're really beautiful. I said, why, thank you. And then I went back to reading. And he still was looking at me, like I could feel it. So I said, can I help you? And he was like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to disturb you, but I just want to know if I can get your number. I said, no. And I went back to read him, and he was like, I'm sorry, like, I don't mean to offend you, but like, you know, like, are you gay? I said, yeah, sure. And he was like, oh, my bad, bro. What, yo? I just went back to reading, like.
When I got to high school, I was like, all right, I'll do weaves and stuff, but they never really felt like me. Like, I always felt like I was copying other people, whether it be my friends or people that I saw walking down the hallways that, like, everybody thought was just amazing, you know? I was just like, oh, okay, I feel like, you know, I like their hair, maybe I should try that, but they just never felt like something that was meant for me.
I've always seen people with fades, and I think I was around like 16 or 17 when I noticed, like, I was like, wow, I'm like one of the only like black males I know that's never had a fade before. So I just tried it out.
I was just kind of like, you know what, like, I'm so sick and tired of everything just kind of seeming like I can't control it. Like, I want to be able to control something. And I was like, well, one thing that I can control is my hair.
After I cut my hair, I like kept it short. And this was like when they kept doing like those wave challenges, wave check, wave check. So I was like, shoot, like, I'm trying to do a wave check. I was going at it. Like, I would go to work, brush that joint in the back, in the front of the office, brush that joint.
On the first day, it was pretty weird because the back of my neck was cold. I got it in the winter.
And for a while, it was going pretty nice. I had them, you know, I was working on it.
And I was like, you know what? I want to wear my hair naturally. I mean, I've been natural my entire life.
After I got used to it, I kind of just kept it since.
And because of that, I just love it. And I feel like it truly expresses who I am as a person. My brother, Jonathan, actually, he cut off his hair, you know, recently because he was just like, yeah, no, I want something different. I want to be me again. Like, he didn't want to necessarily get rid of his hair. He wanted to kind of keep it, but he didn't feel like he necessarily wanted to keep it for himself. Like, he believes highly in that there's energy in hair, and he felt like he wanted to somehow still always feel connected to the long journey that he had with the hair and everything. He actually one day came to me and he sat me down and was like, hey, would you really, you know, would you like to, you know, kind of like have my hair that way? You know, it's still here, but it's just with you, you know? These are both sections of his hair, okay, but they're attached to mine. So they're just interwoven at the, not at the tips, like my hair comes to like right about here, and they just loop it through, like it's crocheted in, and then from there, we loop all the his new growth parts, and then you retwist it around the bottom of it, and then it just becomes like a lot. I was really listening to what he was saying about energies and things like that, and I was like, okay, well, how do I feel when this hair is or when he's near me, you know what I mean? What is my brother's energy, you know? What does that really mean, you know? I wanted to really nurture the things that I cared about in my life, and I felt like one of those things is my hair, and you know, the love that I have for my hair, it just kind of shows the love that I have for a lot of things. And I feel like now that I have his hair, I feel like a lot of that energy of the love that I really have for people, which is really strong, and I you know, go to the ends of the earth for people that I really care about. It's really been magnified, and on top of that, I feel like a lot of you know, good things have come out of it so far. A lot of good things have been happening, and I don't know if that's because of the hair, but I feel like, you know, all the decisions you make have an outcome, and I feel like this is just one of those outcomes.
When I was younger, I was afraid of black people, but this is because of the white capitalist society we live in now and the white norms that they input into black culture and pressure black little girls with, and how they should look and what is acceptable. So when I was younger, I told my mom that I was not black, that I was brown. No one understood it until she set me down. She said, "Why aren't you black?" And my answer was, I am not black because black people are criminals and I am not a criminal. And she looked at me and I was like, black people are associated with bad things. But then one day they brought me a black Barbie and I was like, well, you know, she bad. And my mom set me down. And then that's when she just slammed all the thousands of years of oppression and history onto my lap. And mind you, I'm a child. So I'm looking at her like, we did that that happened? They don't tell me that in school. So yeah, when I was younger, I had a perm because of the fact of me not trying to look like I was black or whatever. And when I had a perm, my hair was severely damaged. This is a picture of my hair when I was in middle school. Severely damaged.
Couple pictures of the patch. That was when I was nice and curly, putting my hair products in. I was in the learning stages of doing the right mixes into my head and knowing what worked for my hair so it doesn't break out and fall out.
So this one I had like an afro for a little bit. I had an afro since maybe late 2014. And I was just like, oh, maybe I should get it cut. Maybe I should cut it down. Then I finally did, and then that's what it came out to be. I also cut my beard down.
Oh, and then this one. Okay, so then I had this one, and then this one was me, and I just wanted some big hair, because I don't know, I felt like I wanted to be like a diva or something. I just wanted to I wanted something different. I felt like I was always getting straights or wavy hairstyles. So I was like, okay, what would be really different? So I got this one, and that was kind of cool. I didn't like how it got in my face, and it was just always doing something. But yeah. You know, that was one of the last looks before I actually locked my hair and I showed the world.
I think I'm always, thinking about how my hair looks. Even though I did cut it, I don't always feel super confident in it, and sometimes I'll wear hats because, I don't like the way it looks.
Obviously, this is my favorite look, So, you have the right hairstyle when you can just say, I'm never looking back. There's probably nothing else that I will ever do ever again.
It's a process, but I think that cutting it, I'm definitely way more confident than I was when I had it long.
This is me, this is who I am, and nothing I ever wear or I ever do will ever express how much of me I can possibly be other than my hair, And so, yes, this is my picture. This is my favorite picture.
I don't care what you think I am. This is who I am. This is how I like to show myself.
But it's still changing. I'm still figuring things out. So it's in tandem with my identity, and it's growing with, you know, me as a person and how I'm always changing. So it's changing with me.
Hair doesn't define you. Like, you define your hair.
Where do you see your hair going in the future?
I have no fucking idea. I'm either gonna keep it, cut it all off, and see how I like it that way. And obviously, when I cut it, if I cut it all off, then I can go through the stages. So I'll see like no hair or very little hair. Then I'll go probably brush my hair, see what like short looks like, and then if I don't like either of those, then I'm staying with afro.
Hello, hi, my name is Tristian Carter-Berry once again. The reason I cut my hair, I just said fuck it, why not? It's gonna grow back. Wanted to try something new, wanted to try something just different. Not that I got tired of the afro, but just wanted to see something. That he had cut it down a little bit, and then he was like, you wanna go farther? And I was like, oh, fuck it, why not? So that's the ultimate reason why I cut my hair. Fuck it, why not? Admire the paintings in the background.
Whoop, here it is.
Oh my god.